Welcome back to my channel. My name is Josh, and this is your fourth stimulus package and news update. In today's update, per usual, we have a lot of news to get into, but first, if you would like to receive 2 free stocks from Webull, valued up to $2,300, make sure to claim them by clicking my link, which you will find in the description box below. Okay, so members of Congress are finally back in Washington for the week ahead, and their top priorities will be with the National Defense Authorization Act, in addition to raising the debt limit. Leaders in the Senate are attempting to attach the debt ceiling to the National Defense Bill, which is facing quite a bit of pushback on both sides of the aisle. Then, in the House, the two main leaders, Steny Hoyer and Kevin McCarthy, are saying that if the Senate passes a defense bill that's tied to the debt ceiling, it won't pass through their chamber. Both leaders confirmed that they would not have enough votes to pass the defense bill if it also raised the debt ceiling. So it looks like they'll have to perform both of those separately. We also are seeing members on the left, such as the Squad, saying they would like to cut the overall defense budget. Then, as far as the debt ceiling goes, according to Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, the debt limit will need to be lifted by December 15th, which is just 9 days away. According to other experts, they have just a little bit more time, perhaps sometime in January. Other than passing the National Defense Authorization Act and raising the debt ceiling, the Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said he would like to pass the Build Back Better bill by Christmas. That's just 19 days away, giving them little time to do so. And with the two moderate Democrats in the Senate, Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, having their doubts about passing this bill by Christmas, Schumer more than likely won't be able to accomplish his goal. However, Schumer is still going to face a lot of pressure, not just from himself, but also House Democrats who already cleared the bill through their chamber. Representative Susan Delbene, chair of the New Democrat Coalition, for example, is calling for the Senate to pass the bill before the end of December. This is because this is when the child tax credit, which was included in the American Rescue Plan, is also set to expire. In a statement, Delbene said, "Our members stood united in passing the Build Back Better Act last month, and now it is time for the Senate to act before the expanded child tax credit payments expire at the end of December." American families cannot afford to lose this critical middle-class tax cut, which has cut child poverty in half and helped millions of families afford childcare, pay their bills, and put food on the table. This holiday season, our constituents want results, and New Dems are ready to deliver. Congress must finish the job and advance the Build Back Better Act to President Biden's desk so American families, workers, and communities have the opportunity to succeed in the new year. Just as a reminder, the final round of child tax credit payments will be going out on next Wednesday on the 15th of December. As far as the other half of payments, you'll be able to claim those next year when you go to file your tax returns. And if Congress is able to pass the Build Back Better Act by the end of this year, families will continue to see monthly child tax credit payments next year as well. Of course, being that it would be a miracle if the Senate even passes the bill through their chamber by then, we probably won't see the monthly payments pick back up until, at earliest, at some point in February of next year. Okay, so in some other news, even though the cancellation of student loans aren't being included in the Build Back Better Act, many Democrats are still calling for it to be raised for millions of Americans. Here is AOC's latest push in slamming the, quote, false narratives that student loan debt is for the privileged.
Woman Ocasio-Cortez.
Thank you so much, Representative Bowman. And we're here, Bronx Boogie Down Caucus checking in, Yurt Caucus checking in, Student Loan Cancellation Caucus checking in, because this is getting ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I am 32 years old. I was told, I'm a first generation college graduate on my mom's side. And growing up, I was told since I was a child, your destiny is to go to college. That's what's going to lift our family up and out. That is our future. That's what we're here to accomplish. 17 years old, when college recruiters started coming to my high school saying, this is worth it. And we still do that today because it's teenagers signing up for what is often hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. And we just do that. And our government allows that. We give 17-year-olds the ability to sign on and sign up for $100,000 worth of debt. And we think that's responsible policy. I'm 32 years old now. I have over $17,000 in student loan debt. And I didn't go to graduate school because I knew that getting another degree would drown me in debt that I would never be able to surpass. This is unacceptable. Not only that, 65% of all jobs in this country require an education beyond high school. First-generation college students are 2 times as likely to report being behind on student loan payments. And 63% of borrowers who made payments with Navient during the COVID forbearance still owe more now than they originally borrowed. There are hundreds of thousands of people in this country who owe more on their student loans now than they did when they first took them out. We as a country are profiting off of insurmountable and crushing educational debt, and it is wrong. It is absolutely wrong. 4 years after graduation, 48% of Black students owe an average of 12.5% more than they originally borrowed. But this isn't just an issue of a debt crisis. This is an educational crisis in the United States of America. If we want to remain competitive, if we want to remain innovative, and if we need the technological investments necessary to address things like climate change, we need an educated country. The United States has a policy of actively disincentivizing higher education. We disincentivize people from getting a college or secondary education beyond high school. That is backwards. And the least we can do, we have a moral obligation, an economic obligation, a political obligation to cancel student loan debt in the United States of America. We've seen the benefits that this has had during the forbearance alone. It has given people the breathing room to do what they need to do. And so that we can stop writing these ridiculous articles that young people are killing diamond rings and they're not buying houses and they're killing this industry or that we're not having children. It's because we're being crushed by immoral debt. No person should have to go into debt, crushing debt, in order to get an education. It's wrong, it's backwards, and it doesn't help us as a country. So I'm greatly looking forward to that. I'm greatly looking forward to the Biden administration canceling student loan debt and no longer advancing the false narratives that student loan debt is for the privileged. What a ridiculous assertion. Do we really think that a billionaire's child is taking student loans? Come on. Come on. If you are taking on student loan debt, it's because you are likely a working or middle-class person. So let's get real, let's cancel it. It's in the interest of the people, it's in the interest of this country, it's in the interest of our future. And with that, I yield back to the distinguished.
Now, if they really want to cancel student loan debt, Democrats would most likely need to find a way to do so through a reconciliation package, being that it's unlikely they would gain any Republican support. John Thune, a top Republican senator, for example, said that student loan forgiveness is not a solution for the student debt problem. Instead, Thune is proposing alternative solutions, such as encouraging affordable education options like community and technical colleges and ensuring that graduates have access to good-paying jobs. Thune has also introduced legislation that would allow employers to help employees repay their student loans. Under the Employer Participation and Repayment Act, employers would be able to make tax-free payments on their employees' already existing student loans. Now, as far as President Biden canceling $50,000 in student loan debt for all Americans, Thune pretty much calls that ridiculous. Thune says that's simply not the answer. So I am definitely curious what all of you think. In the comment section below, do you believe that we need to do something about the student debt problem? And if so, what would be your personal solution? But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Again, if you would like to receive a couple of free stocks from Webull, make sure to quickly claim them by clicking my link in the description box below. To receive the first free stock, you will need to fully open an account. Then to receive the second free stock, which will be valued up to $2,000, you'll need to make a qualifying deposit of at least $5. And even if you aren't all that interested in investing or continuing to invest at this point in time, you can always sell the free stocks that you receive and transfer that money, however much they're worth, right back to your bank account. So free stocks or free money is completely up to you. So once again, I hope everyone has a great and safe rest of their day. If you did enjoy the content in today's video and you would like to help me out, I would greatly appreciate if you would give this video a big thumbs up. That does help out with the YouTube algorithm. And until next time, as always, I'll see you in the next. welcome back to my channel. My name is Josh, and this is your fourth stimulus package and news update. In today's update, per usual, we have a lot of news to get into, but first, if you would like to receive 2 free stocks from Webull, valued up to $2,300, make sure to claim them by clicking my link, which you will find in the description box below. Okay, so members of Congress are finally back in Washington for the week ahead, and their top priorities will be with the National Defense Authorization Act, in addition to raising the debt limit. Leaders in the Senate are attempting to attach the debt ceiling to the National Defense Bill, which is facing quite a bit of pushback on both sides of the aisle. Then, in the House, the two main leaders, Steny Hoyer and Kevin McCarthy, are saying that if the Senate passes a defense bill that's tied to the debt ceiling, it won't pass through their chamber. Both leaders confirmed that they would not have enough votes to pass the defense bill if it also raised the debt ceiling. So it looks like they'll have to perform both of those separately. We also are seeing members on the left, such as the Squad, saying they would like to cut the overall defense budget. Then, as far as the debt ceiling goes, according to Treasury Secretary